Look at these free particle videos from Pixabay. I used to think they were useless particle videos that were good for nothing, until I discovered that you can create these effects in less than 2 minutes, and you don't even need to use Fusion Compound. Just search for free particle videos. It can be any site that has particles, but Pixabay, Pexels, and Vecteezy are the easiest for me to find. The background can be any color, but a black background is the easiest to work with and gives great results. I found a simple and cool particle. Just save it and drag it into DaVinci Resolve. Look for any video or image and drag it again onto a layer. For interesting results, imagine what you want first and keep testing whatever you find. Right now, I am going to focus more on executing the technique, but I will leave some ideas of what I have already tested or created. Done, I dragged both videos and adjusted the position of the layer. Now, for the easiest and most satisfying part. Just go to the video property, which is near the top, and apply a composite. Usually I choose the first one, Add. Look at the result. Sometimes I make a few adjustments to the transparency and transition, depending on the content of the layers. In the case of these particles, I don't think you even need to. We have a few properties: screen, soft light, light, light color, and overlay for extreme cases. These are the modes that give the fastest results. It is related to the color and contrast of the layers. In rare cases, I even end up inverting the scene layer and the particle layer and leaving it on overlay, but that only happens with images or effects that are very colorful and have little contrast. These effects are great for improving free videos, enriching your art. The technique is good for making your videos more vivid, making them more engaging, and who knows, being more recommended by YouTube. I'll give you more examples. Smokes and fog are great for creating effects and telling stories with scenes of fog in forests, roads, or smoke and fire. Overall, horror stories. I'm going to readjust the scene so you can see how it looks. It doesn't match a beach very well, but I already gave you the tip about woods, night settings, and dark scenarios. Up to this point, you already know how to use the basics of the effect. Choose the upper layer, go to Composite, and choose the effect, and do the refinement until it hits the spot. If I were to adapt it like a sneeze, I would increase the speed and cut to the most appropriate part. Let's grab a different effect. Searching. Not much luck. Free rain effects with a black background require me to search for a longer time. But I found something interesting. I'm going to save it now. Let's put it on the beach scene. An interesting effect maybe for a futuristic or technological setting. The colors in the background have a contrast that is not very friendly for the effect. Let's test it. Yeah, it didn't work out so well. I'll put another particle effect. This one is more appropriate. It has a slight resemblance to wind kicking up sand. If you do a color correction, like contrast and saturation, it should look even better. I put the layers in order and disabled the previous clips by pressing the D key on each one. Yeah, it improved a little. It can get better if you search for more clips or if you already have a good collection stored. I'm going to change the beach video. I want something different. I found this lawn and I already searched for a more appropriate effect for it. I adjusted the layers, the clips, and applied the effect as previously seen. I found a good smoke effect on Pexels. Looks like someone's smoking, but I'm going to throw it into the scene and test it. I adjusted all the layers. Look how it turned out. A little more adjustment because it has a strong contrast. Screen mode looked really good in this case. A little more transparency and voila. You could even reduce the speed quite a bit to make it look like smoke from a fire. Now, an experiment with some kind of fluid or colored smoke on top of an image. Turned out quite artistic and creative. I tested another smoke effect. And I also threw in some fire and a little more brightness in the sun rays. It merged well with the scene. Maybe a little less opacity. Well, it comes down to taste and adaptation. Right. I found a futuristic DNA. I underestimated the animation before inserting it. Look at the effect. Now an effect in the city. I already had the futuristic media saved, I just needed to find the city. Now one with augmented reality or a 3D game. Also technological. This one, the clip was already good. The smoke just matched it. Are you going to use these effects? Do find them useful for your videos.